Happy belated GSCPL Week 5. Been busy with BKCPL, setting that up. You can expect the GSC from that to be covered. Just lax on zap, standard stuff. Chloe comes in, probably takes a curse or a double edge. But you don't take a curse, that'd be cool if you could steal them. Not really. Toxic on lax, could be a mono lax. If it's not, probably gonna start double edging now anyways. Get some major damage on the cloister. The toxic will force the lax to rest shortly. Switches out. Cloister, of course, would not stay in there, likely going to the normal resist, so you can predict that with EQ, or Gengar is a little weird into, like, the predicted normal resist, because they're all EQers, or Tar, which is mostly an EQer. Like, yeah, you threaten Golem, but the Golem threatens you harder because it's a full HP, unless you're HP Water. Koi comes in for free. Nice Zapdos double switch to catch the Cloister. Nidoking comes in to eat the Thunder. Let's see if it's Thief. It is not. Could just Ice Beam or switch here, baiting the HP Ice to pivot in Lax. Takes a lot of damage just from switching in. Is on the clock to rest shortly. Yep, there it is. Golem comes in. EQ looks fine here. Roar looks fine here. It is mono lax, so we're likely seeing a Tar. Nidogar Tar. Nidoking comes in. Do we see Zapdos Ice Beam? Yes. Nidoking kind of wins this 1v1. Lax pivoting and takes an Ice Beam. That's scary, letting Nidoking click Ice Beams, but you have to do it at some point. Lovely kiss into the Lax, not caught by Zapdos. Is it a Sleep Talk Lax? Chloe comes in. Zapdos comes in. Wow. Of course, that covers EQ. And Chloe. Jester's done a very good job of denying Rao Jr. the opportunity to get their spikes up. Their Golem has not had to do much work. Double edge into the Chloe. Could just surf here into Gar. Could double. I think Boom is unlikely. Yep, there's a surf, getting a decent amount of chip damage on Lagar. Has to switch out here. There is a Tar. Ice Punch, knowing that the Chloe will switch. Ice Punch is just nice to throw out on the switch, because freeze. D-Bond looking for the crunch or the EQ, does not find it. Could just D-Bond again, but Roar on D-Bond could be annoying. No, it's probably a Nightmare Starmie. That's pretty bad. Substitute, yep. You could T-Bolt there, because the Starmie, if it attacks and kills you, Destiny Bond is still active, so you get the kill. Surf on Zapdos, just gonna surf again, probably. I mean, sorry, I miscounted turn. Likely going to switch or sub. Sub Fish for Thunder misses. This is definitely looking like a Nightmare Starmie. Golem comes in, and 3 Thunders have been burned like that. Sub-Me is very good at burning Zapdos Thunders. HP Ice Pivot in the Zap. Potentially predicting a switch, because that Zapdos doesn't really want to stay in there. Thunder Miss on the Lax, unfortunate. But there are no spikes up, so it's not that devastating. Another Thunder Miss is unfortunate. Curse, Sleep Talk Curse. But it's probably a Mono Lax. Like, if it's not, that's shocking. So Gar is free there. Tyranitar also does a good job into it. Opting not to Rock Slide into the Zapdos. Trying to get the Chloe in on something like the Golem. So they can finally establish spikes. They find the Tar instead. You can still try and spike here, or you can just surf. Tar stays in, Rock Slides. Tars will stay into Chloe. To Rock Slide a surprising amount of the time. Both switch. Nidoking getting the advantage here slightly because of how chipped the Zapdos is. Ice Beam. Rest is forced from a real Jester, or you're gonna try and switch out a Lax, but that's hard to get your Zapdos back in later. Ice Beaming away. Zapdos would die to 2 more. It gets to rest talk time. This matchup can go either way, but it is heavily swung in Rob Jr.'s for Rob Jr. with that Sleep Talk Thunder. That is what you don't want to see for Jester. 2 Sleep Talk Thunders, that is unfortunate. This Nidoking comes out better than it started from this exchange, but that's just sometimes how Nidoking on Zapdos goes. Sometimes it goes wildly the opposite direction, and Zapdos Sleep Talks perfectly. Tar on me. Yep, Zapdos is kind of free here. Me just recovers. Gonna sub, take out some more Thunder PP, fishing for a miss. It doesn't matter. I would be shocked if the last move is not Nightmare. Thunders are hitting on these subs. This Zapdos must have had a bad substitute teacher in the day because they got PTSD and missed their Thunder. Lax comes in. Me just recovers up. That's fine. You Surf here because if Lax rests, then you Nightmare afterwards. And if it doesn't, yep, here is the Nightmare. Nightmare is often accompanied by a Thiefmon because it really helps push breakpoints against like Zapdos and Lax, but it does force out the Lax here. Zap on Golem. Golem could just spin here. In fact, it does. Chloe comes in to set those back up, but has taken roughly a net like 10%. Roar on spikes. That's pretty cute, but Nidoking doesn't have sleep pressure, so EQ is a possibility here. Rapid Spin on Ice Beam would kind of really suck. But no, it just goes to Zapdos, and Lax is a middle ground between both Zap and Nidoking. We see some Sleep Talking, a Curse. That's fine, that's fine. The Tar is really healthy. Just goes straight to it. Don't want to let the Lax curse up infinitely. Just Sleep Talks into the void. Body Slam. That's interesting. Body Slam makes some sense with Sub-Me, of course, because it helps it Subfish more effectively. Golem comes in, roars out the Cloy. Nice play. Could just spin here. No guard, a block spin. It's a really hard predict to make. Sleep Talk rest. These Monolaxes are not finding the matchup they want. Jester found a better matchup in Tar versus Gengar, but Rob Jr. Monolax into Golem Tar? That's kind of sucks. Tar might not have a phasing move. Might not have a roar here because Golem does. I really like Jester's team. Tar plus additional normal resist often feels really, really shaky into Machamp, but the Sub-Me complements that beautifully. And then Rob Jr. is just running Nidogar. I can't ever fault someone for running Nidogar unless they know their opponent is the best whack spammer in the world or something. I don't know. Some pivoting from Jester. Gets the Lax in on a Thunder Miss. Gar comes in knowing that it's free into the Lax. We can just Ice Punch away. Nothing really likes taking that. Thunderbolt's also fine. Thunder, yeah, just in case you want to catch that Starmie. Nothing on the Tard. You just debond and accept the Roar. No, it's going to trade. That's as good as it gets for Rob Jr. You take those. You absolutely take those. Jester's okay with it, too, because it means there's only a paralyzed Tyranitar in the way of his Monolax. Cloy on Zapdos, not what you want to see. Cloyster doubles in, predicting Lax, or Golem. Finds the Lax, could just spike here, or a Boom. Does not feel pressured to get his Boom off, but has to escape. Starmie just gonna sub here, yep. Surf into Zap, will recover, likely going to recover. Okay, yeah, just doesn't really matter here. Thunder misses. 4 Thunders on the Zapdos, I'd like to point out. And after that, this Sub-Me goes nuts. Rob Jr. brought T-Bolt Zapdos here. He'd be very happy. Sub-Me hates T-Bolt Zap. They did not get along well in high school. They dated for a brief span. But then they broke up to get together with other boyfriends and girlfriends. Yeah, they had a complicated high school relationship. Middle school, now that was another story. Anyhow, likely just get a nightmare this lax, just get your free 50% chip damage on it. Curses up. Takes the 25. Golem comes in knowing it is absolutely free. Can just spin here. Chloe does not die. Or can EQ here? Nope, just spins. Not pressured by double edge or rest. Now, Nightmare does get cleansed on Rest Wake Up, which it would be even more insane. Like, Nightmare is good, but it would be insane if you do not cleanse on re-resting. Tar catches the Golem on an over prediction. Jester gets slammed by a massive EQ, taking him thoroughly into Zapdos range as he roars, expecting a switch to Zapdos. And Nidoking now is very scary. If it could just EQ here as a safe middle ground into everything. Ice Beam if you really want to freeze fish, or if it tries to predict the Mii and Thunders. No, it predicted the Mii or stay in with a lovely kiss, but found the Lax. Fishing for a Sleep Talk non-wake. A Sleep Talk non-body slam. Chloe comes in looking to surf a Golem or get its boom off or get spikes up, but finds a Starmie. Not what you want. That Chloe can switch in once more. Lax comes in, but it hasn't burned all of its sleep. Opts to go to Golem. Not gonna get any lefties here. Feels pressured to boom. Can he call this turn correctly? What do you think Jester should do? Roar is a great play regardless, because boom on Lax, Mii wins. You have to switch. If you have to switch, just roar. Doesn't matter. Hits all 4 of the switch-ins. Finds Tar. Catches the EQ, but he's just out of range. But there's a para. EQ into Zap. EQ into Zap, yeah. You take what you get here. You take what you get. Go to Lax here, probably. And Rob Jr. calls him out on it. Now then, do you sack the Chloe? I think that is probably what you go to. So Chloe should surf here, predicting that. Or it goes to Mii on spikes. That works too. Golem being so low means it might not be able to spin. You're never going to get a chance to get up spikes again. So I don't disagree with that play. If you can manage to keep spikes, you're in a much, much better position. But I think you have to... Catching the Cloyster would also be very big, because that removes one of the potential booms. If you had boomed there and killed the Mii, you're in a much better position, because now Nidoking goes insane. So there's merits to both sides, but the Chloe does heal just enough to try and come in once more. I think that's a good point in that that factored into both players' decision that the Chloe could live another round of this cycle. Golem comes in, likely going to just spin, but Tarsac denies that. Re-entry of the Cloyster. Does it surf here? Does it boom here? Toxic on the Starmie. Toxic into Chloe could have been kind of sad because... But no, you should still be in range to kill with Surf, so I don't dislike that. And it catches the Mii, and again, the Chloe gets to heal just out of the range of spikes. Switches out, of course. That Toxic on the Mii is really big. Means that Lax does better in the matchup, but spikes are gone. Sleep Talk Rest. You really want to be double-edging this Golem. Now this Golem could be a little scary. EQ into Lax. Says, no, you're not going to boom. You will not boom here. Just curses up. Do we see a roar here? No, boom on Zapdos. Zapdos is a fine thing to sack because HP icing is not doing much for you here. Lax on me? No, Lax on Chloe. Chloe threatening a boom here. Just surfs, trying to catch like the opposing Chloe. Sleep Talk Double Edge does not kill. Can we see the boom again? And the surf again, calling out the Chloe. Or that Double Edge? That didn't make any sense. Sorry. Do we see a surf again to call out the Chloe, or do we see a boom to call out the Double Edge? No. Chloe switches. Says, I don't want any of that. I'm going to my Lax. Lax on Chloe there could have been awkward. Because then you flip the mind games of, do they surf your Chloe? Or do they boom your other two mons? Sleep Talk Rest, not what you want, but you're faster. You get a curse up here. You're heavily favored in the mirror, which is why I think this is a little shaky from Jester, unless he gets Paras. But Double Edge Lax into Body Slam Lax is not something that is particularly appealing. Especially when your Body Slams are not getting the Para. Double Edge doing 47. You have to rest here, though. Do we see a double to Night Me? No, we don't. Of course not. You just rest on rest? Yeah, okay. Oh, this is dicey for Jester. Curses. The vulgarity is flying. Curse. Sleep Talk Body Slam. Curse. Double Edge. What else do you want me to say? A crit here would be big. The speed tie win. No. Oh, there is a para. Bailing Jester out from a potential speed tie insta loss. Fishes for the para, knowing the Lax will rest. Now, oh. Slams once. But we could see a Sleep Talk Double Edge and speed tie Sleep Talk Double Edge. Not a normal, not a probable sequence of events. No Sleep Talks left on the opposing Lax. That's a big thing to point out. How did I miss that? Wow. No Sleep Talks on the opposing Lax. Forced to rest loop. Or try to. Now, barely out of range. So you probably fish for the speed tie, don't you? And he gets it. Lax dies. Chloe comes in to boom. Or to boom. Calls, or surf, yeah, that works. Calls it right. Nidoking comes in, clicks the EQ or the Lovely Kiss button. No, I mean, that's just the EQ. Wait, it was the Lovely Kiss button. EQ doesn't kill, and you didn't want to miss Thunder. Maybe you don't have Thunder. But if you had Thunder, I think you always go for it there. 5%. Stays in, dies. Lax gets a rest here. Jester might have just pulled it out. Because this me just clicks Nightmare. Or goes to Cloister, yeah. Boom. Surf. That's game. Jester pulled it out in the end. Nice. I think that Lovely Kiss was an unequivocal choke. Why? You have to, if you have Thunder, you click it. You can't be afraid of missing Thunder. Because the alternative is you just lost. You lost. At least you can blame hacks if you miss Thunder. Okay, next game. Hopefully it won't be as long, because I don't want to spend all day recording these. Ready, set, and Thor Clark. Nidoking, Lax, could Thief, could LK. LK's into Scarm, probably a Sleep Talk Scarm. Lax, Thief. Nice. That's really good for the Nidoking. Scarm's a great value target to get slept. Lax is the best value target to get thiefed, even a critical. Just gonna spike up. Thunder gets it. It gets it. Chloe's gone. Machamp comes in. You have to know. You have to be expecting if it's a Thunder Lax, there's going to be a spinner, and your Machamp is going to let in that spinner because it's most likely Starmie. Do you cross chop? That is a very unfortunate sequence of events. I think you just slam it. Yeah, you stay in and slam it. You better have... Oh, just a curse. Psychic could be really bad here. Oh, dear. It's HP Bug, at least, but you don't get the kill. I think you HP Bug there. Like, you HP Bug instead of cursing. And then you don't take all this damage, but you get Tar in. Because they stayed in. Didn't recover. You get a Pursuit crit. Letting you get to Crunch Pursuit Mind Games. But you don't have Crunch. Me gets out of this scot-free. You lost a Cloy, and that's it. That's all your Cloy's gotten you, is just reveal the opposing Starmie, and you lost it. Just says, I'm done with this. We're roaring. You're gonna PP stall me. Me doubles into Machamp. Goes to Lax. Could have been on Tar, but Tar doesn't do much against a full health me. Oh, things are collapsing for Thor. No spikes into Raikou stall as an offense team. Please be a Rorku if you're a Thor fan. HP Ice on the Nidoking. This is all collapsing, and it's not even a king that can break me. It's all falling apart. Lax, you can just... Oh, it's a Surf Lax. Double-edged Surf Thunder. Okay. Double-edged Surf Thunder. Rest. EQ on the me. This is just shambles. No spikes into stall. Oh, it's double spinner stall to Thunder on the Foray, but it gets its spikes up. You don't have removal. It just protects its Protox Foray, so probably... Wow. Gives Nidoking free entry, but this Nidoking doesn't have enough EQs. Oh, that's the perfect set you want. Never mind, we might actually have a game. A Thunder, or a correctly called Starmie would have been very, very big there. The default assumption is EQ Ice Beam, but EQ Thunder. Hold on. Machamp plus EQ Thunder, but EQ's into the me again. You need to get a Thunder off on that me, but you stay in and Surf kills you. This is over. It's over. You're trying, you're flailing, you're doing good doubles, but it doesn't matter unless you get consecutive crits or something. You HP Bug crit there, yeah. But you're not making all the reads, you're just making the double switch reads. It's collapsing for Thor. Clarko 3 is just destroying this man. We're gonna click on to Hyperfast. Zap on Skarmy. Machamp, HP Bug, yeah, but me's out of range. You stay in, predicting recover and die. Wow, that was brutal. Okay, well, Sadistic Narwhal versus Cure Persona. Maybe I'll catch this lead matchup. Eggy on Zapdos, please be Pink Bow and go boom. Heracross coming in to absorb sleep. Eggy not wanting to sleep into Zapdos. Heracross on Lax, that's chill. Heracross being revealed early. Usually you don't want to do that. Like, it's really rough when you have to reveal your Hera early. Even though most good players can figure out you're running a Hera team pretty quickly when they see Raikou Eggy. Or like, stuff like that. Or the Curse. Body Slam. EQ. Lax. That isn't resting. Yeah, but this could be a Hera stall team. Hera doesn't normally fit with Zapdos. But I can see this being Hera stall. If we ever see Seismic Toss from this Hera, it'll help us determine. Oh, Cloyster, this is probably offense, but it's wibbly wobbly that it could go both directions. Spike into the coup. Hold on. This is what I like when I see these 4 revealed for Cure Persona. I'm like, hold on. What's the probability of Heracross here? Licks. This is definitely offense. Licks makes sense on Hera teams. You like booming on that Zapdos or that Skarmory. Licks Hera is pretty great. Toxic on the Cloy. Surf. These Cloys are going down. just surfing away to their heart's content, to the Cura Persona and sadistic narwhal's content. Surf crit. That's kind of neat. Raikou comes in to click on electric move into Steelix. Yep. Yeah. Eggy pops in to say hello, meets a Zapdos. Good day, sir. Boom does not kill Zap from full Thunder Wave. That's okay. It's not a Sleep Talk Zapdos, though. That changes the dynamic of Eggy. This still could be a Hera team for Cure Persona. We don't know what that last is. Surf Tar catching the Licks. Licks booms into the Tar. Hold on. We might have a game, even though Heracross goes nuts here. No, it's a Machamp. So similar. Yeah, no, appreciate similar support to the Eggy. I mean, to the Hera, but requires less support into Skarmory. Curses into the Zapdos, but Whirlwind catching it. A Rock Slide on that Whirlwind could have been massive. T-Bolt into the Tar. Rock Slide catching Zapdos for a massive chunk. Doubles out, predicting something. Coup gets a rest here if it wants. Lax on rest. Probably a Boom Lax, because we see the Hera. Tar. Curse. Not what you want if you're Cure Persona. But, Eggy still has not used its sleep move. Comes in, threatens sleep. Do you just Psychic into the Hera? No, or the Cloyster? You do! Dragonite. Oh, it's this team. Yep. I saw this in the Discord server, and I'm like, you do you, man. If you like it, you like it. I don't like Dynamic Punch, so I don't like Dynamic Punch users. It's just too inconsistent, but it's so good when it hits and crits you instantly. Turn 1, before it's been revealed. Ladder PTSD. Sleep Powder into the night. Not the target you really love seeing, but you can just Psychic away at this thing. It's not waking up anytime soon, probably. Not at least. Yeah, Psychic into the Lax. Boom Pressure is in play, but you don't need to go for it right now. Body Slam Para? No. Psychicking away. Para would be really bad there, but you still live another. Just booms into Zapdos. That's rather nice for your Machampy. Machamp into double flying type Heracross? Like, oh, that's awful. Like, you can't click Cross Chop. You can click Rock Slide and miss. Dang, that sucks. But the Dragonite's still asleep. Rock Slide doing a massive amount. Is the Dragonite gonna finally wake up? No. Hera comes in. Machamp is favored in this 1v1. Do they just curse to high heavens? It's Fire Blast! No way! It's Curse Fire Blast! That's so sick. It just curses up, predicting maybe a Lax. You just Fire Blast this Hera now. Does nothing, because Machamp is pathetic in special attack. But it does better than Whack. Fire Blast the Hera again. Has to rest. What do? Just keep Fire Blasting? Yeah, okay. You're gonna run out of them pretty quickly. Then it gets into slightly dicier stuff, because this Hera is Rest Talk. And you're not a resting Machamp. But just in general, Cross Chop crits will be doing roughly a little more than Fire Blast, so those are pretty nice. This Hera might just PP stall the Machamp. Might just PP stall the Machamp. Fire Blast here. No, did not Fire Blast. Is that a misplay on the non-sleep talk? You always sleep talk there. Why? Because you need a chance to live the Fire Blast. I disagree. Mega Horn missing, sure. Cross Chops being burned left, right, and center. Rock Slide misses, sure. You would not take the hair. You did not take it. And he gave it to you on a silver platter. These Rock Slide misses were avoidable. that curse, again, does matter. Because I believe this Machamp is now slightly faster. No, slightly slower. That's important. Because it can't do Rock Slide flinches. We're going to Hyper Fast. Fire Blast. Once. 2 more left. Misses the second. Just gonna Cross Chop here, right? No, just gonna Rock Slide. You could try to Cursing to High Heaven. Rock Slide. Goes to the Coup. On and on Sleep Talk. Thunder. Rest. Thunder misses. Could be very scary here. And Mega Horn misses. Sadistic Narwhal in Shambles. Sleep Talk Rest. No. Sleep Talk Mega Horn. Raikou drops. So now you switch out. Yep. Machamp. Fire waste its last Fire Blast. I think that's game. Cross Chop the Lax. Sure. But Hera comes in. Gets rest and wins. Just wins. Unless you're Boom Lax. Go Boom. Let's see this. It's cursed. This is over. Hera wins these 1v1s. Yeah, just curse up. Body Slam Para could be a savior. You always rest here. If you got Para right on that turn, Cure Persona wins. But now it's just game. You have to curse up to infinity and you lose because Hera got way more PP than you do. Curse, Mega Horn misses, or you can hope for a million Mega Horn misses. Just gonna curse all the way up, force you to struggle into it. Mega Horn crits nice. Mega Horn crits nice. That's game. That could have that was an oddsy game, but I think you have to take that shot. They Sleep Talk non-rest, and the Fire Blast kills. But that's not the way Cure Persona saw it, and I think you have to Sleep Talk there as Narwhal. That's not the way they saw it. There, that's 30 minutes, 3 games. Enjoy.